Well, good Wednesday morning. Happy hump day, middle of the week. How's the week gone for you so far? I hope it's a good one. Welcome into the show. I'm your host, Monica Adams, and you are tuned in to the Real Monica Adams Show. Maybe you just found us this morning. Well, welcome aboard. We are on Facebook and YouTube, as well as Instagram and X. So happy to have all of you on all of the platforms. Again, we are continuing to build more and more so we can spread this mission all across the world. So let us know what state you're in, maybe what country you're in. We've got some people that join us and say good evening from the Philippines. We've had people that have taken us with them to Italy, taken us here in the United States in different states. And then when you're there on vacation, be sure to let everybody know. Maybe take them straight to the website and tell them that we're here for them every morning, 7 a.m. Central Time, and raring and ready to go. Look at all of you popping on already. Good morning, Sean and Kathleen and Linda. As you come on, if you're new to the show, I love for you to say good morning. Say anything that's on your mind. Take it, speak it out. You know, we just had an incredible retreat last weekend, and one of the biggest things I think everybody learned was the importance of speaking your truth, letting the emotions out when they're raw. You know, yesterday, hopefully you heard the show with Vic Faust, and he talked about something that happened to him a year and a half ago and how it just festered. And he owned it and said it was not right to go off on someone and say what he said to that person. It was recorded, and that was the reason everything got canceled. Well, kind of, sort of got canceled for him. But really, I think it was divine intervention to help him to go to counseling, to help him as a man speak out, right? So many powerful things that happened in yesterday's show. Today, it's you and me. We get to do a little motivation and inspiration together. I never want to lose this authenticity, this connection that we have, because this is how it started a year ago Friday. For 2 months, it was just us together talking about real world issues, talking about things that affect you on a pretty high level. And then hopefully in this last year, things have gotten better, maybe on that realm. Maybe they got worse in another, and you got to find that balance. Well, we're going to talk about that. Hi, Kathy and Wayne and Stephanie and Lindsay. Well, good morning, Lindsay. Looking forward. I met her. What a beautiful soul she is. And we've got a connection immediately. And I've got something I'm going to do with her here in the next few hours. All of you that are coming on, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this show. Oh, very good. Kathleen said good morning from Phoenix. I love it. Thanks for taking us along. Linda Eckert, good morning to you. Michelle Cardosi, good morning as well. I hope you're having a great start to your day. If you're not, let's flip it around a little bit. Cindy Giordano, good morning. Glad I found out about you yesterday. Well, Cindy, I'm glad that you're part of us as well. Do me a favor, tell your family and friends. Obviously, that's the reason why we like to have so many different walks of life in the blue chair on Mondays and Tuesdays, because those people bring an entirely new following of family and friends and coworkers, and maybe even enemies that say, why are they watching this? Okay, maybe I need to be led to that. Because look, that's really what this is about. Every walk of life, right? There are people who are maybe in a very toxic or a very drama filled or a very negative state. They need this show as well. Why? Because those are the ones that I want to affect just as much as all of you that have already taken this walk, right? You're walking to a good place, or maybe you're already at the great place because you've been walking it the last year. But what about all those people that you think, man, I want to walk away from them? Well, you might just want to send them the link along because they need it as well, right? I think that's powerful. Men and women alike, young generation, senior generation, every walk of life, I want to be a part of the show. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Bill. So one of the things I promised to do with you today, if you wanted it, is to show you what I just got done teaching my clients at 6 o'clock. They just did a great arm workout, right? We're getting ready for sleeveless season. Are you ready for the sun and the swimsuit season? Probably a lot of people shaking their head going, oh, no, I've been hiding behind layers. Well, let's get you ready. Let's not wait until we almost approach summer. Let's get you ready for that. So today I did the arms with them. We did some biceps and triceps and shoulders. I'm going to sprinkle that in, but I'm going to sit right here. I'm not going to go down to the gym. I can show you some moves from your chair, and that will help all of you that say, I need limitations, Monica. I need modifications. I'll sprinkle that in while we talk about some really incredible things that are coming up. Good morning, Marilyn. Great to have you on with us as well. We have a special surprise. I said we have some breaking news. So if you heard on Monday, and maybe you didn't, Monday I made the announcement that Dr. Charles Willey, who had been with us for the last, 6 months or more, he unfortunately, and it's a lot of what he talked about, right? The corporatization and the government really coming down and controlling our doctors, our hospitals. Unfortunately, some things got kind of switched around with regards to funding, and he had to step away. I hope it's not forever, but he had to step away from doing our Ask the Doctor Medical Monday. So if you did not hear at the end of the show, we made that announcement. So Dr. Willey, you will not see on Mondays, unfortunately, any longer. But if you need a good family physician or an internist, I would love for you to still remember Dr. Willey and his 5 offices that he has on the Missouri side and on the Illinois side as well. Remember him and spread that along to people so that we can continue to give him business, because we thank him so much for being a part of this show for the last 6 months. But I've got breaking news. I mean, this team has been really, really busy to immediately, as he made the announcement on Monday, to be able to fill somebody else in that spot. So coming up in about 25 minutes, we've got our big announcement, and I'm going to introduce you just briefly because I want you to hear him for the first time on Monday, but we'll give you a little information about him coming up at right about 7:30. I'll take a break and talk to you at 7:30. One of the things I want to do is thank the people who are always with us, and that is our title sponsor, Invita Health and Wellness. How many of you have been to see Sarah? I know a ton of people that have told me they had some appointments or they just recently went in to see her, and how much they loved, obviously, not only hearing her every day on our show, but falling in love with her in person. Consultations, beautiful skin. They're a medical spa, but they're way beyond that. They take care of the body inside and out. Invita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Invita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Invita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Invita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment, or online invitahealthandwellness.com. Well, welcome back. It is 7:06, and we came straight out of the gate, did we not? I had the energy going. I'm just like a little Tasmanian devil in the morning, people used to say. When I worked in radio and TV, they were like, how much caffeine do you have in the morning, Monica? The answer is 0. I'm just in love with life, and this is what I'm trying to bring to you. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, Kathy. Dawn O'Keefe, good morning to you. Dawn, are you new to our show? I think so. Tell me if I've had a chance to say hi to you before. Beautiful souls on this morning. So I promised to give you a mixture of inspiration, motivation, tell you about some great things that are coming up, really just kind of slow it down a little bit. And if Lindsay's still on, it's one of the greatest things we learned, Lindsay, wasn't it, this past weekend at the retreat, was get up, fuel our body, do a great full body workout if you want to. And then we had some breakfast. We fueled right after that. And then we went into the calmness of yoga. We went into the calmness maybe of a walk. We went into forest bathing, which, by the way, I'm going to reach out to the woman that did that. I'd love for her to come on the show and teach us all about that. It really is what my soul needed. Yes, Dawn says she's new to the show. Thanks to Vic. Well, Vic Faust, I love you. Thank you for coming on yesterday. If you didn't see yesterday's show, please go back. That's the beauty of streaming, is that you can go back and watch all the shows. We have over probably 250 shows that we've done already. Vic's already done 325, 330, because he, like us, goes on Monday through Friday. He's on from 8 to 10 a.m. We're on at 7, but I've had a lot of people ask, would you go on a little longer? We do. I mean, a lot of times the shows go to an hour and 15, hour and a half. So we go into that 8 o'clock hour. If you'd like for me to start a little earlier, I'm willing. I don't know that Michelle, my moderator, would like that. I think she likes us not to go on a little earlier. Thank you so much, Dawn, and everybody else. Love the leg workout last week. I'm on the treadmill, but I'll work the arms in while I walk. Okay, Amy, good morning. Popping in, but can't stay. Need to get up. Okay, got to get up to school for her kid. Have a wonderful day. Yes, each and every one of you. So how about this? Grab a weight. Let me give you just a little time as we talk. I'm going to show you this if you haven't seen it yet. This is one of our shirts. Someone said they wanted to see the Know Your Value shirt. So this is our really soft, kind of buttery V-neck for the women. And I had a lot of the girls buy them this past weekend at the retreat. I have purple, I have red, I have green, and I have blue, but there are other colors that I can get. And the order I put in, by the way, for the Working Women show, I touched base with St. Louis Embroidery. They are the ones that are doing the work. I'm keeping it local, making sure that I support local as much as I want them to support us. So I support them. They also are behind the police, proud supporters of our law enforcement and our firefighters. They're with Responder Rescue. So I do a lot of the work. In case you want to know, I do a lot of the work with them in Wentzville, and I'll be picking up our order, I believe, tomorrow, and then distributing those to everybody that had ordered. But I can put in a brand new order. T-shirts, our journals, went over really big at the retreat. We have mugs. I know a lot of you like to start your day with coffee or tea with me. So it says know your value on everything. We've got long sleeve, really beautiful, buttery. I said that they were men's, but they don't have to be long sleeve MA Sport. And then we have MA Sport jackets as well. And you can get all of those on our website. The merchandise is on the website. And Michelle just put the link down for you. Good morning, Angie. All this PT is getting me closer to working out with you again. I miss you, darling. Your positive show in the morning is absolutely helping me. When I get frustrated throughout the day, I say to myself, what would Monica say? And I passed out a lot of those bracelets, by the way, that said just that. What would Monica say? Look, we got 60 of you on right now. Let's get the numbers higher and higher. Let's see how high we can go today. By the way, the highest I've ever had in live shows was 80, and it wasn't with a guest. It was me and you together. So start texting people, calling them, saying, hey, she's on, by the way. She's on. The positivity is coming. Woohoo. Will that be mine? Hope so. Yes, Julie Purcell. And I love you, darling, because you've been asking if you could pay. And I haven't gotten back, but I've been so crazy busy. Don't worry. Once it gets in your hand, I'll make sure that it's paid for. Lindsay, such an awesome weekend it was. What was your favorite, by the way, Lindsay? For those of that are on right now that didn't get a chance to go and need to be told why when a retreat is offered, why they should go. I have a big meeting today with Nancy, who you met, and some of you maybe met when I first launched the show a year ago. She came on. She and Carl, who own Le Champ de Fleur by Stone Soup Cottage. My retreats are in a collaboration with them, and we hold them on their property, just absolutely gorgeous property. And we probably are going to plan that for coming up in June. We were going to try and do one in the fall as well. There we go, 61. Let's go higher. I got 61 of you on right now. We got this wonderful message to get across to you about the importance of you, taking care of you, right? Lindsay, did you get that loud and clear that you're the most important person in the equation of your life when you first wake up in the morning? Right now, when I woke up, I said divinity. That was my word of the day. Did you all choose yours? Well, let's talk about connecting the spirit, the heart, the soul, and connecting the physicality of it all. I grabbed my weight. Did you? I'm just going to show you, and this is how you program. So you can take this and you can work out while I'm talking, or you can write this program up. A lot of you might be heading off to work and you can decide to do this workout later if you want. So biceps and shoulders, and then triceps are going to be really kicked up at the end. Another retreat sometime this spring. Yes. Thank you, Michelle, for posting that link. So if you want to grab the weight, and we're going to kind of go back and forth and talk about this. Gosh, I feel like we've been on for a half hour. We feel like I've given you so much already. You're going to combine the bicep and the shoulder together. So you just kind of flush it out. Normally, I'd ask you to already have done a warm up. I did a warm up with the girls at 6 o'clock. We had everything ready to go. So if you haven't, kind of move around a little bit. Maybe you're just getting up and you decide you want to do this. Stretch those arms out a little bit. Come across, do a shoulder stretch. You do this. You take your fingers against your hand, and that's how you stretch out your bicep, by the way, down straight. You can do this to stretch out your tricep. But what I'm going to give you here is a combination of everything to get those arms sculpted. Look at that. Get the arms sculpted so that they're ready for the sleeveless tops, right? That's what we're looking for. Are you not proud of your arms? Well, it's time for us right now. It's only March. And yes, you're going to start wearing those, but maybe you do the little cap sleeve until you're ready to pull it up and show those arms off. Show them off proudly. And by the way, do me a favor, because one of the things I stressed to the ladies this weekend was to give yourself self-love. Look in the mirror and say, come on, you got this. Into your inner spirit. Tell yourself just how incredible you are. I don't care if yesterday your boss told you you were worthless. You wake up this morning and you say, I have value. I'm going to bring so much to this world. I'm going to bring so much to this relationship. I'm going to bring so much to my kids. Whatever it is, start telling yourself. And do me a favor. I like the interaction. Go ahead and hi, Jovi. How are you? And good morning. Great workout this morning. Yeah, and I'm getting ready to show them what we did. Thank you. Great workout on your behalf. I want you to tell me right now, if you have a mirror in front of you, what would you be saying to it? There's 61 of you on right now live, and I can't wait for all of you that watch this later when you get home or on a break later today. Look in the mirror and tell yourself what you are, and then tell us, because maybe the words you have are the words somebody else needs to hear. Let me quickly, before I give this to you, give you the weather. Today, you got a beautiful day on tap. It's going to be dry. Your high going to be right around 61, 62. You do have this wet pattern, though, coming from Thursday through Saturday, and it's not going to let up. So expect to have the umbrella with you wherever you go. Throw it in your trunk, throw it in the passenger seat. You do have that rain coming. It's not going to be crazy, crazy cold, and we do have a warm up coming, by the way, next week. week. We have an aspiring meteorologist. If you're new to our show that joins us, I'm going to bring him on if he's available tomorrow as the wet stretch starts. So his name is Beckett Moore, and I want you to follow him on social. His main is X and YouTube, and he does these incredible forecasts. He's been doing them for the last couple of years, and he is spot on. We trust him, and I want you to as well. He's a part of our team. Again, Beckett Moore, and I started the What the Weather segment. For today, I'm giving it to you because I'm kind of playing off of what he gave us earlier this week. So again, today, beautiful dry day. I mean, I'm looking at that sun shining. Get out in it. Breathe it in, take in nature, go for your walk, take the dogs for a walk. That's what I'm going to do right after the show, and let them get their exercise because they need it as well, right? Get out in it and then expect to have this wet pattern in the 50s as we go from Thursday through Saturday. Start to have that beautiful warm up as we get into next week. Thank you for the reminder to stretch and to give my arms a workout. I need to do both every day. Oh, how my arms need help. All right. So she said they wave at everyone. So let's do this. If you've already stretched, I gave you a little time to do that. I'm going to back up. But look, for those of you that can't get out of a chair, don't feel like you're left out of the workout. I want to make sure that everybody's always feeling like they can be a part of this. No one's sitting on the sideline saying, I can't do that. Or there are people I know they're in wheelchairs. There are people that I know that have injuries, right? And they've got to rest the legs. That doesn't mean the rest of the body can't work. So grab your dumbbells. I just brought, no, actually, I'm sorry, I do have two. Let me get them both. So I've got two dumbbells here. You can do them seated. I'm going to back up just a bit so you can see this into my table. Oh, there we go. So engage the core. What's the most important thing? Shoulders are back. The chest is high. The navel is drawn in. If I was standing up, you could see the bottom of them here. So you're going to let them just drape down to the side. You're going to do your curls. Here's what we did. If you want to program this, I'm not going to do the whole thing with you. I just did all this. You're going to do 15 of these. Once you get to the 15th, I don't want you to go back down. I want you to turn it right away. And then I want you to line this up. So this is important. If you drop this down, then this is resting. If we go right here in that straight line, that's your beginning part. And then you're going to go, I'm going to lean back just a little bit. You're going to go all the way up and you're going to touch them together. Here's what I see wrong so often, that people start their movement already in this bent phase and they have this short little range of motion. I want the full flushing out and the all the way up, and I want you to squeeze at the top. The girls were literally making all these different noises because they were like, woo! What did they have to do? Drop the weight down. Why did they drop the weight down? Because they slowed it down. One of the things that we are always stressing, and again, I'm always checking myself on it, is the importance of slowing down in life. Well, we slow our workout down, we get the engagement better. We realize how many things are playing a role in that actual movement, not just the arms working, but engaging into the core as well. So if you just rush through the motion, which is why I said go ahead and sit if you want to, what that allows you to do is not have so much momentum in the exercise. Do you or someone else you know in the gym constantly do this? This constant rocking. Why do they do it? The weight's too heavy. They're trying to push it up really fast or pull it up very fast. So if I bring my shoulders back, my chest back, I engage my core, I have the full extent all the way down, the lengthening all the way down, all the way up. I squeeze right here. I don't do this and then kick it back right away. So squeeze it up, do 15 of those, turn it, and do 15 of these. I'm telling you right now, it's going to burn. So ask me any questions on that if you want. I have a lot of people that usually say, what weight should I use? Well, understand this. I don't know you, right? I'm not in front of you. I would know right away, and hopefully this is what I can get across to you. If you feel like you are compromising your form, if you feel like you're rocking too much, if you feel strain in the back, these are indicators, indicators, and indicators that your weight is most likely too heavy. Now, understand that it could change. Maybe you have somebody that's really wanting to put on a ton of muscle and they want to have momentum because they're just trying to bulk up. The majority of society, that's not you. So understand that I'm talking because we could have people come on and go, well, that's not true, Monica. I do this for this reason. I'm not talking with you. I'm talking with the general population that I'm trying to reach who might be in the category of an obese nation, an overfat nation, childhood obesity levels, all these issues that we have in life that I'm trying to eradicate. That's what we're doing here. Good morning, by the way, 7:18. All of you that are coming on, the Real Monica Adams Show is here for you every day, Monday through Friday. We are on X, we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, and we are on YouTube. So we sprinkle it out there for everybody that might not be on social, that they can automatically, if you have family and friends you want to tell about the show, tell them to go on YouTube. It's that simple. My handle is at TheRealMonicaAdams on pretty much all of my socials. The website is TheRealMonicaAdams.com so that you can follow us everywhere, know what's going on, know where we're going to be, which I'll be telling you about in just a second. Okay, so Linda Linda said she was balancing on a treadmill and nailed it. Way to go, girl, but please be careful. And again, always check with your physician. I'm giving you a workout, but if you come back and say, oh, I couldn't do that, or hey, I just injured myself, that's not on me. I'm giving you the simplest of form. I'm giving you direction. You got to check with your physician before you start any type of a workout. Check with your physician to make sure it's okay for you to do these things, right? If you've got an injury, then obviously don't do this. And or come to me and I'll help you through the injury. Physical therapy, they'll help you from physical therapy to me. Doctor, or here's how it usually works. I send people to a sports medicine doctor or a wonderful chiropractor or a wonderful physical therapist. And then in turn, we work together in a collaboration. That's how you want to do it. So the question I was waiting for was, how many of those should I do? 15 reps of the biceps, not fast. Again, one more time, slow, squeezing, turning, going right up into your shoulder press. So 15 and 15, we did 3 sets of those. We did not rush through those. I want you to go slow, go through them and feel the momentum in the squeeze. From there, we rested and then we went into our next grouping. Now, if any of you, do you have TRX bands, by the way? If you do, this next part was done with TRX bands with one of the girls that I trained. And then everybody else, if you don't, so right, if people want to hop on and train virtually with me, I will say, what do you have at home? Do you have TRX? Do you have kettlebells? Do you have barbells? Do you have dumbbells? Do you have bands? No one's ever left out. You can go on vacation, throw some bands in your luggage, and never miss out on the type of workouts that I'm giving you. So one of the girls and myself, we use the TRX bands. And what I did was I turned the handles upwards. Why? Because I wanted to get into more of the hammer movement. Why do we do this? Anybody want to answer why I'm giving you so many different levels? There's a reason for it. Because if you've never been taught and you're always doing stuff the same way, and you say, Monica, I'm stuck, I'm not making any changes, well, right. That's because you haven't made the changes. The answer is I'm working every angle of the muscle that we possibly can. Understand that there are intrinsic muscles. There are what we call helper muscles. So if all you ever do is go into the gym and work the big bellied muscles, well, that's why you're missing out. If you're asking, like right now, Monica, it's March 6th, and I want to start sculpting my arms to get ready for spring and summer, you can't do what you've been doing that hasn't worked. That, right, is monotonous. I'm doing the same thing over and over again, and I'm looking for a different outcome. No, we've got to work by is what? Two. So we've got to work both heads of the muscle. Tricep, three, all three heads, triple. So we got to turn our angles around. And then I showed them today in their shoulders. We made sure that we worked the front head, we worked the side, we worked the biggest part of the deltoid, and we worked the smaller head. We got into the rear deltoid in this particular movement. We've got 69 on right now. Let's kick it to 70. Come on, folks. Tell your friends, text them, call them, tell them we are giving them the physical side by giving you a written out program, right? Some of you, like Linda, are doing it on the treadmill while she's walking. She's got the weights. You know what you could do? So a lot of people have asked before, is it okay to do that? I just want you to be careful, right? So can you chew gum and walk at the same time? Some people can't do that. Linda's pretty talented. There you go, 72. Let's keep going. Let's kick it up higher to 80, to 90, to 100. I'd like to get the highest today. As we've gone beyond our first year, I want to keep going and I want to keep spreading. It's all up to all of you, though. How many of you can keep telling your friends and family that we are changing lives, that no longer are we involved in the negativity of news? I do want to give you the news you can use, though. So I'll pause here for a second. Yesterday, I told you there was a hiring fair at Busch Stadium. How cool was that, right? So maybe for people who work the gate, etc. Today, there's another one. It starts at 5 p.m. and it'll be at Busch Stadium, but that's for ushers and event attendants. Pretty cool. I mean, if you're looking for a job yourself or your kids are looking for something, look that up, kind of Google the hiring fair that they have going on with the St. Louis Cardinals. I think that would be amazing. Speaking of the Cardinals, you all heard about one of the players having a hamstring injury, and it was a pretty big story. Is it a mild hamstring? Well, the answer is yes. What can be done if you have the exact same injury? Well, my guest that I'm going to have coming on here in about 7 minutes, we can touch on it just a little bit, and then we'll go deeper into it. That guest, by the way, I told you I had some breaking news. You're going to see on a regular basis starting Monday morning in our Medical Monday Ask the Doctor segments. Renna Barnes, good morning to you. Pamela Miller, good morning. Amelia Payton, hi, good morning. Are you new to the show? I don't think I've said hi to you before. Okay, Joe says 4 sets of 12 of each of the following. He does chest, lats, traps, packs, tries, 2 sets of 12 biceps completed before 5:20 in the morning. He said he's rocking the recliner now. Way to go, Joe. Yeah, I love to get it done early. Why? Because you feel so fulfilled. You feel refreshed sometimes. Somebody said, I am not good at working out in the morning. Exactly. That's true for a lot of people. So you don't do it in the morning. If you're just going through the motion, don't. Do it in the midday. Do it in the early afternoon. Do it in the evening. For me, I like to kick off my day and know that I'm fulfilled. I already did it with my clients, and now I'm going to keep going, kind of like the retreat was. Full body workout in the morning, and then I got out and I did my walk. I did yoga. I kept fueling the body. I kept immersing myself in the spiritual aspect. So maybe that's when you start listening to more of our shows. If you're brand new, by the way, welcome aboard to the show. We have 200 plus, though, that we've already done since March. So you can go back on YouTube or you can go back on Facebook and go to our videos and then just scroll through, look at the thumbnails and really click on the ones that speak to your soul, because that's what it's really about. When we talk about vision, and by the way, we have Cultivating a Vision Part 4 coming up on April 3rd. That's on our website under the events, under the calendar section. So that calendar section, by the way, click on those so you always know when we're out and about, where we're going to be. Well, Cultivating a Vision on April 3rd is going to be the Part 4. But what I want to keep stressing to everybody is if you missed 1, 2, and 3, that doesn't mean like you're going to a class and you're behind. No, it means that you're ready right now, that you're seeking it out. The price is $30 right now, but it will go up in a couple of weeks. And then it'll go up again right before the class, the week of the class. So you want to buy them now. You want to tell your family. You want to tell your friends. You want to do a vision board. You want to cultivate what belongs in your life. Be there with myself and Kasia Sitars on April 3rd. We're going to help you with all of that spiritual side, learning to love yourself. Oh, Linda just said, love to challenge myself. Yes, we got to get out of our comfort zone. Joe, by the way, way to go with getting everything done first thing in the morning. Linda, working out in the morning helps jumpstart your day. Yeah, got my 3 sets in. I choose a slower walking speed on the treadmill. Okay, good. I'm glad. I don't want you to be flying along as you do this. So you would have done 3 sets of 15 of these, squeezing at the top of the contraction, and then turning and doing 15 of those. The next part that I did, and again, I did this already, so I just want you to write this program up, or as I speak it, go ahead and do it. I grabbed TRX bands, but I turned from this to this. If you don't have TRX bands, you could do regular bands. You could step on those bands and you could be coming up with them. Or you can do dumbbells, which a lot of the girls did this morning. All right, we're at 76. I need 4 more. Tell your family and friends. Let's kick higher than 80, because 80 was the highest we've had on live, but we've got 76 of you. I know you want more of this in life. I can feel it. Why did I walk away from the news? Because I knew this is what the world wanted. Let me tell you something. When I look at our numbers, they're bigger than the numbers we had in morning television. Doesn't that just go, doesn't that blow your mind to say, well, gosh, I would think there were millions. Look, when I look back 30 years ago when I started in the business, yes, that was the case. It was habitual. Everybody got up and they turned the TV on and they were looking for honesty. They were looking for a trusted source. And that's what used to exist. And now it's just so cloudy. It's just, I don't want to say it's a shell of itself, but it kind of is. It's just changed so much. But we take the beautiful aspects of what it did, and that's this. It brought you and I together. The following from my radio days, the following from my TV days, and then what's happened is people finding us all over again. Even though it's been a year, people are like, I didn't know Monica was doing a show. All these people that came on yesterday when I had Vic on, they said, thank you so much, Vic, for introducing us to Monica. Didn't know she was doing a show. Now I'll watch her. And then after my show wraps up, you watch him. I'd love that little back and forth, a little handoff that we can do for all of Vic's people. Thank you to Vic for bringing us all of you. Keep telling everybody, spreading the word. By the way, if you have a topic or a guest that you would like on the show, I'm going to put it here on the crawl on the bottom. Communicate with me. info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. You want more of me showing you workouts, programming them for you? Let me do that. I'll sprinkle them in here. Workout Wednesdays is what we said last week. So what would we do in our next grouping, everybody? 3 sets. I'm going to give you 15. You do you, though. You want to build more? Maybe you do 8 to 10 reps. Maybe you do 10 to 12. Maybe you do 12 to 15. Maybe you go higher. You do very lightweight and you do 25 reps. Again, I can only give you kind of a brush stroke programming because I'm not privately training you. I don't see all all of you and what you're going through. But we went into hammers, and I did it with our TRX band. So we came here, kept it close, and drew it straight up to the shoulder and squeeze at the top of the contraction. We did 15 of these or 12 of these, and then we went into Y's. Aha, we just kicked it, 81. I need to take a picture real quick. Hang on, folks. Don't let that 81st person go, because here it is. As I told you, every day that we would do more and more and more, and we would go higher and higher. Today is the day. All right, come on, camera. There it is. 81. Let's go up to 90. If we can get to 90, let's go. 81, as I told you. And then what does that mean? That usually means that these become well over thousands, because this is just in the morning of it. All right. So we did hammer curls, and from hammer curls, we went into Y's. So this would be heavy. This would be too heavy for me. I would drop it down because I want you to keep those arms straight and then go up into a Y. But the problem was a lot of the girls were stopping. So I'm going to go here from the side. They were stopping right here and saying, should I feel it right here, Monica? And I said, you should feel it there and into the transfer back into the rear part of your deltoid. So you keep the arms straight. I would go err on the fact of going lighter. Come back, finish that movement. Look I went beyond that and I stopped here. Or if you have great shoulder mobility, you might be able to go a little bit beyond that. But we want to get into that rear delt. So here's another grouping for you, right? So the first one was your regular curls into your press, then hammer curls into a Y. We did 3 sets of 12 to 15. Go lighter if you can. Go a little heavier, fine, but do not start to get into the rocking. That's what I don't want you to do. All right, I want you to do those. If you want to, you can do them right now. If you want to do them later, you can do them later. I've got more that I'm going to add for you. Dawn just said you're funny. Well, good. I want to bring humor to you. All of you that are on, I'm so thrilled to have you with us. I want to thank each and every one of you. I told you I had some breaking news. It is 7:30. I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, I'm going to give you the answer to that breaking news. I'm going to introduce you to a new face, a new voice, and a new passion for the same thing that I have, bringing you the physicality, helping you with injuries, bringing you more to the balance of life, connecting your mind, your spirit. I met him at the Working Women Show just a few weeks ago. And if you don't think this is divine intervention, well, you just wait. We need women to lift women up. Let's do that.
Being on Monica's show, it was like one of the best interviews I've ever had.
Monica's very real, and she really cares about people.
She's changing lives.
Changing lives.
I think this is just really what people want to see.
Giving back so much to the community, and I really appreciate it.
Today, Monica was extraordinarily real, not only with me, but with her viewers and her listeners.
Made the interview process like talking to a friend.
How are you doing? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few weeks.
Hey. You're close.
Monica. Whoa.
So go out in this world and be anything you want to be. But before you do that, first, be kind. Yes, let's go. Oh my gosh, Rosie Peebles just popped on. I love you as well, darling. She's been a big part of my life since I was 11 years old. She is my sister-in-law's sister and one of the most beautiful human beings I've ever known. So my soul goes out to you for everything you've been through in this past year. Renee Green, good morning. Michelle, Michelle just did the hashtag of breaking news because we do have that. Let me go back just a few weeks ago. Oh my, hold on. I got to keep taking these pictures. This says 86. And the guy I have coming on is going to be super, super thrilled about these numbers that he's going to see with his patients. We're going to give you a little background on him, but I didn't know, this is what I really love about what's happened in the last year. A lot of people think that the sponsors that I've had come on are people that I've known for a long, long time in my life. The case has not been that, by the way. Our title sponsor is not someone that I knew until last year. And it's all because of a former client of mine wanted to introduce me to her. That's what I always tell all of you. If you've got a business, you've got a family member, you yourself have a business you would like for us to feature, or you think someone aligns with our mission and wants to come and be a part of the show, well, introduce them to us. Or when you see me, introduce yourself like this gentleman did. I'm going to give you a little background first. Here he is on the screen. That is Dr. Sean Neary. He is going to you're going to love him every time he comes into your home on Mondays. Good morning, sir. I'm so happy to have the breaking news to introduce you to my team and all of our following.
Good morning, Monica. Thanks for having me on.
I
And
love it.
we're
Okay, so I have to
record
say,
breaking. This is great.
yeah, this is breaking news. I have
Yeah,
to
that's
tell you,
huge.
thank you, because this is what we need more of in life. Thank you for being a kind human being to just say hi and smile, because that's the transfer we need between human beings. And that's
That's
how
how we
this started,
started.
right?
That's exactly how it started. We had a booth across from each other at the Working Women's Show, and I just saw what you were doing, and I just had to come up and say hello. I love what you're doing. Come over, let's talk. And you said, I'm a little busy right now. But then the next day we sat for how long and just talked and talked.
We did.
And we just clicked. And we clicked. We felt that buzz.
I'm going to keep taking pictures, Sean, because we have 88. I'm trying to get us to
Woo!
90.
Over 90.
Let's
Hey,
go.
Renee.
Yes. Keep telling your family and friends. Again, a special thanks to everybody. And so you're going to see this crawl across the screen, and the last name on it is going to be Mid America. Tell them about yourself and Dr. Bob that you're with.
So my name is Dr. Sean Neary. I've been in practice for about 10 years. I was in Ohio for the past 8, but I'm originally from St. Louis, from the West County area. I moved back last June and got in with Dr. Bob Enertson at Mid America Spine and Rehab. We're right by the Lodge, Manchester and 270. When we work with such a variety of patients, and when I was talking with Monica at the health fair or at the Working Women's Show, we were discussing how we can combine health, fitness, and just a healthy lifestyle. And what I found out what you were doing, Monica, I realized we can collaborate so very well together. And I'm looking forward to answering your guest questions, your viewers. If they have any topics that we want to discuss while we're on every Monday morning, I'm open. I will bring up a topic the Monday before. I'll do some research. We'll get your questions answered in the best way that I can.
And here's the thing you're going to love about Dr. Neary. He is so very real and very warm, which is what I want in my guests. I want in my sponsors. Yes, you and I talked for hours, and actually he was so sweet. He's like, you need to come over. Let me give you like a little adjustment. And I said, I got to run on stage. I got to go speak. And he's like, maybe you need it afterwards. And then I went, oh, now I got to go to my booth because everybody was coming to the booth. But
I realized how busy you were.
Well, you're immediately going to get 2 new patients, because my husband and I were talking yesterday, and I said, so what you don't know, I was in a bad car accident 2 years ago, and I've been going to neurologists and a lot of things, but they were having me hold off on chiropractic because they were just a little worried about what was going on with my brain and everything. And so they're like, I don't know if we want you to do that yet. Now it's kind of the clearance. Literally took 2 years though. So think about how out of alignment I most likely am and what's all gone on in those 2 years.
Right. And one of my goals with discussing topics with you is to dispel the rumors that chiropractors only work with neck and back pain. Yep. We deal with such a variety of issues, and from the physical of rotator cuff issues, hip issues, knees, elbows, all those things. But we also deal with dietary issues, stress, how those affect your daily life. It's not just through chiropractic adjustments. It's a lifestyle change. It's holistic. I am holistic in nature, being a chiropractor, but I also know that we have our limitations, which is why I love working with functional medicine doctors. Yes. Neurologists, orthopedists, the entire group of people that one person can't do it all. We need a team, right? Yes. You're not doing this alone. You have a team. Absolutely. I have a team. It's a collaboration. So I'm very excited to see what we can do.
Well, what we want, both Dr. Sean and myself we want to know, what have you been suffering through? And yes, did you always think that chiropractors were just, oh my gosh, I just hurt my neck. Oh, I hurt my shoulder. Maybe I need to get into them. One of the things that you and Dr. Bob were talking about with me yesterday that we're going to start playing out on these Mondays is how unique your practice is and how different it is from a lot of chiropractors. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Yes, we do. Our primary tool as chiropractors is the adjustment, but dealing with soft tissue injuries, just like our Cardinal pitcher, who I looked up, it's a minor strain
right.
of his hamstring. Now,
He
how
may or
minor?
may not be ready for opening day. Hopefully he will,
Right.
but he won't be out for the season. That's the good
He
thing.
won't be out for the season because it's a minor strain. Now, if you sprain something and we're dealing with ligaments, yes, that takes a little bit longer. But with the mild strain, if, let's say, Renee is going to be another new patient right
Yeah, I
here.
just
Love
saw
it.
that.
Thank you. Yes, that's great. Oh, Carrie, you came by my booth too?
Yeah, she said she had the highest score, and that wasn't a good thing.
Oh, you had the highest score of the scan. Congratulations. We remember you. But in our practice, we offer so many active and passive therapies, anywhere from infrared laser, cold laser, ultrasound, electrical stimulation, spinal decompression, spinal traction. One treatment does not work for everyone. So we have a variety of things to be able to help the patient out with. So if you come in with the mild strain, am I going to adjust your hamstring? No. But what we can do is some of our passive therapies and get you feeling better sooner. Now, the reason typically a strain can last anywhere from a week to 8 weeks, depending on the severity of it, which is why the Cardinals right now are just being cautious, saying it's 4 weeks away. He might miss it. But with the professional team that he has, I'm confident he'll be back, but I'm not going to predict anything.
No, and isn't this a part of life though? Somebody hears something, and if I was in the studio right now, I'd be picking the book 100 Days to Freedom from Fear and Anxiety, because everybody goes into the freak out mode, and that's how you injure yourself even worse.
Exactly. That freak out mode. It's like, we deal with this every day. It's never going to get better. It's never, like, take a step back.
Yeah.
Why do you think that? And that's another reason, chiropractors, not just stress or not just neck and back pain, the stress of life right there. I can't do what I used to do.
Right.
I'm not sleeping as well. Like, we'll get you there.
Yes.
It just takes time. All processes take time.
If you're just tuning in, again, it's the Real Monica Adams Show, breaking news with Dr. Sean Neary. Michelle, who you'll get a chance to meet very soon. Well, actually, you did. Never mind. You met Michelle at my booth. So Michelle is one of my best
I did
friends,
meet Michelle.
a big part of my team. She said yesterday, this was so funny. Somebody asked her, so what do you all do for Monica? And she said, everything her husband doesn't. And isn't that very true? So she just posted for all of you, Mid-America Spine and Rehab. There's the phone number. There's the address. So you'll be seeing myself, my husband, who was going to a chiropractor that he was introduced to from the police officers that he works with. He said, oh, you know what? He's like, on Monday, I want you to start talking to Sean about this, because I think it's going to be a topic that so many people can relate to. He was just saying, I'm going to need to get back to that chiropractor, but he said, never mind, I'm going to go to Sean now, because this is when I start to get out in the yard. I start using like a pickaxe and I start to clean things up. And he said, I need to know why I always have, he gets tingling really bad in his fingers.
Ooh,
so I think, I don't know if he's got some nerve damage or what's going on, but he wants to have you address that. And you and I had even talked about the change of the seasons, right? We're going from winter into spring. All of women and men are going out with their gardens. They're hunching over. So many injuries happen while we're trying to take care of our yard.
Well, from the winter, we go from shoveling snow into the spring to when we're bent over in the garden. We're picking, we're shoveling, we're doing all these things. We're putting stress on our bodies.
Yes.
And yes, injuries will happen.
Yes.
Well, that's what we're here for.
I just wanted to introduce you guys a little bit. I'm just sprinkling it in, just teasing you a little bit. He's going to be a phenomenal part of our show. And I see a lot of people asking, before
I see those too.
Gary said, have you heard of a medical grade 4 laser light? I'm having trouble with a shoulder injury. I've been seen from my chiropractor who was able to test out the laser light for a week. I feel like it has helped my shoulder and would like to find someone who may have this option for therapy. Just wanted to see if you knew anything about this particular laser light medical grade 4 laser.
We do have the medical grade 4 laser. When we're dealing with lasers, remember being in class and the teacher would have the laser on the board. That's one type of laser.
Yes.
Medical grade 4, we're dealing with wavelengths and frequencies. How often, how big? So a medical grade 4 deals with a certain wavelength. Then we also have our infrared, which is another wavelength and frequency. So the combination of those, it's getting everything, it's getting all these fibers fixed. And it doesn't matter which one worked as long as it worked. ultrasound is another one. Ultrasound, different wavelength frequency,
Mhm.
which is why we offer so many different therapies at our office.
Yes.
I wanted to address another one.
Yes.
I think it was Jerry.
Jerry.
I don't know if I can scroll back up.
Yeah. Well, here, Jerry was
Yes,
asking, may I ask
AK.
if you're familiar with applied kinesiology treatment? Were you trained under the Palmer method?
No, I was trained at Logan, right down there in Chesterfield.
Uh-huh.
But we do touch base with Palmer method. I am very familiar with it. I'm also familiar with AK treatment. I don't practice AK. I can refer you to somebody if that's something you're looking for.
Mhm.
Just let me know and I can get you somebody's name. No problem.
Well, Renee just said it's been so nice to meet like this, but you'll be able to meet him in person. So if a lot of you
Love it.
are, just walking around and you're not the best version of you, that is what this show is about. As a personal trainer, as a life coach, I want to make you the best you can be. If you have injuries, if you just feel like you're off, one of the things that we're going to talk about in future weeks is when you are out of alignment, your organs are not working properly. So those are the things that I think are aha moments that people would never have thought, oh, I would go to a chiropractor for that. Yes. And the other
Right.
thing is if you go to a physical therapist, you go to a sports medicine doctor, there's a lot of things that Dr. Sean and Dr. Bob can do at Mid-America that you don't have to be going all over the place. That's the beautiful thing. But you also collaborate a lot with great specialists.
Absolutely. Yes. We have a great referral basis with a lot of orthopedists, physical therapists, functional medicine doctors. If we can't do it, we will find somebody who can for you.
Yes.
And what you just touched on, when
Mhm.
the spinal alignment is out
Mhm.
and it affects your organs, that's along the lines of that applied kinesiology method
Yes.
of treatment. Yeah.
Well, I am so thrilled to break the news because you
Thank
and
you
I
so
have been
much.
working on this for the last few weeks. I knew, and actually Dr. Neary knew before even Sarah knew. I was like, well, I'm going to tell you something because I feel like divine intervention has brought the two of us together. It wasn't just two kind human beings smiling and saying, I hope you're having a great time at your booth and hope you're having a great time. Something drew us together. And I believe, I'm very faith-based. I believe it was God to say, hey, go ahead and tell him. Oh, I just got chill. Ah, there it is.
There it is. There they are again.
I always operate on where do these come from? Well, to me, it's him going, yes, that's why I brought you two together. Let's do great things. And look, sir, I took a picture. 95 is where we were. We've still got about 15 minutes before I wrap up the show. I'm going to see if we can keep going higher and higher, but I love it. Okay, Terry just said you accept health insurance. And if so, would that cover the laser light?
We can discuss if it's covered with laser, but we do accept the majority of health insurance, yes. And every single one is different, and we can discuss that in the office if you want to, Terry.
And again, folks, they're very, very unique. So you might be going to a chiropractor right now, and if you don't feel like it's the right person for you, so it's 314-966-8989, and they're located at 1030 Old DePere Road. I'm going to get one of your last appointments so that we can go over to Rosalita's and have a margarita.
That's a great idea. I love it.
Well, thank you so much. I am thrilled to have you as a part of our team, and we will officially welcome you in the blue chair on Monday morning.
I look forward to it. Thanks so much, Monica.
All right, that's Dr. Sean Neary. You'll see him at 7 a.m. this coming Monday. Stay tuned.
Bye.
You are truly an incredible human being, and just what you're doing is so inspiring. This was really a cathartic experience for me. So I appreciate you, love you.
It's been an honor to not only just be here on set with you, but just to sit in your presence. You inspire everyone around you, from your motivational speaking to your podcast here, to just being the human that you are.
It's just such a joy to be able to see you at this point in your career. Really following your passion, fulfilling your dreams, and encouraging other people to do the same.
I feel that I've been missing out. I believe God places people like you in people's lives for a reason. You have definitely been a God wing for me.
Boy, we just talked about how God brings us people, Dr. Neary, and also God brought me this wonderful woman, Kathy Kilo Peterson. KKilo.com. Kathy, we love you. And I'm hoping that maybe I can swing by the office tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to be out and we are doing the Pawsitive Talk Time with Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue, Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa. I have not one, but two dogs that we're going to feature tomorrow. And we're going to talk about a topic that we need to discuss. And I'll mention that in just a second. You're seeing it on the bottom there, 7 a.m., Yuppie Puppies. And it's called Pawsitive Talk Time that we started about a month or so ago. But Kathy Kilo Peterson sponsoring our segment today, giving you some hope, giving you some positivity. That's when I popped by. I was hoping to see her and the staff, but they weren't there. Well, the staff was there, but Kathy wasn't there because she's out taking care of all of you. Every level of everything that we don't want to be thinking about with our bodies, with our home, with our auto, with our boats that we're going to be getting into as this weather gets warmer, with pet insurance. I was just talking about the doggies. Did you know that they can do pet insurance for you as well? There's so many levels of things when you think about insurance. It's really not thinking about it, right? It's not our wheelhouse, it's theirs. And when I say that the only way we can have this show is that we support those that support us, I'm asking you to always remember, reach out, tell her thank you. Tell Marilyn and the entire staff, thank you for being a part of Monica's show, because I love this. I mean, look at these numbers today, Kathy. This is your audience. They love you. 636-561-6460. Kathy, thank you for being, one, an incredible human being, and two, for being a part of our show. Again, I'd like for you to call that number and just say, can you do me a favor and look at the policy? Because we flipped over, we switched, and Jim said we've saved hundreds per month, not per year, per month, on home and auto and all these other things. So there you go. We love her deeply. Lisa Fromhoff says total God winks. They're all around us, right? Thanks so much for finding Dr. Neary. God found him and put us together. I'm very interested in learning more about his therapies. Yeah, call him and go in for a consultation and say, these are things that I need. Yes. So Michelle said we can start streaming on Rumble. We just need more followers for them to allow us to do that. So please go there and follow. It's the same thing at The Real Monica Adams. If you want us to be on Rumble, you have to have at least 5 followers to be able to start streaming live or have a premium plan, all these different things. But I know a lot of people would like us to be on Rumble. So that's what Michelle's talking about there. Dawn said it was time to switch chiropractors. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Let's see. Lisa said she's in. So there's another new patient that's going to go to you. Love hearing this topic. Goosebump moments. Yes. I believe we got in everybody's questions. We need to start the show before the show. Dawn O'Keefe says, hey, we need to start the show before the show. Wait a minute. I don't know what that means. Tell me more about that. Thank you, Dr. Neary. It's been nice to meet. Yes. Lizzie Sparks. So Lizzie, by the way, is part of Cancel This with Vic Faust. So now we've got a new follower there. I've been watching them. They do such an incredible job. Lizzie, keep doing wonderful things. And yeah, we really do need to speak more about what's going on in this world. I'm hoping that Dr. Lehman knows who Dr. Sean Neary is. I'm on the path to find results. I don't know if they know each other, but they could have a great collaboration for sure. All right, everybody. So we've got some really cool things coming up tomorrow. If you have not seen Pawsitive Talk Time, we go live from Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa. I'm a huge dog lover, massive dog lover. I've got 3 right now that I can guarantee you heard during the show today. Adelaide barking like crazy. I'm sure there's a deer out there, or there's a leaf falling from the sky. These dogs, they bring unconditional love, but they're nuts. I tell you. Julie Fabian, hello to you. So we will be with the dogs tomorrow. We are going to feature 2 dogs. Let me give you just a little background on them. One of them is Herman. This is Herman. All right. Now, these 2 babies would be what you consider to be hospice. Hospice. People have possibly given up on them. In fact, look at Sweet Jalapeno. This is day 2 of Jalapeno coming to Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa. This is day 1. Look at this poor baby's face. There was so much yeast and just so many things that were wrong. And people just think they can just discard these animals, which is just, it just tears me up inside. So Jalapeno and Herman are both at Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa. I am on a mission to get them adopted. We need to get Theo adopted. We need to get Mama Blue adopted. Michelle was looking and said that there was one of Mama Blue's babies, I think, still to be adopted, but we need to get Mama Blue adopted as well. So we have featured 2 dogs already. We'll feature 2 more tomorrow. But the topic tomorrow, and I just wanted to bring this to you before we wrapped up the show here shortly in about 5 or 10 minutes, is a topic that's very difficult. But according to Jessica, she's had so many people in the community that have given her phenomenal feedback on the show, which again warms my heart. But said that one of the things that we had talked about at the break was something that people have asked her to talk about on the show, and that is making the difficult decision to have to put a dog down. When do you ever know that it's the right time? Well, according to Jessica, she said that there are people that thought that it's the end of time for Jalapeno. It's the end of time for Herman. And she said, not at all. And she'll explain why. But there is a time, like it all has to do with quality of life. What's left? Are we keeping them around just for us? My husband said that my first baby, not my first dog in life, but what I consider to be my first child, my first fur baby was Kira, the love of my life. And I truly believe, I just got to chill again. I truly believe that she has sent me the dogs ever since I had to make the decision to put her down. And she had gotten to a point where she was blind. She was so frail. She was barely eating. She couldn't walk very well. And at that point it was, am I just keeping her around for me because this is so devastating? Yes. And it brought me to my knees. It was so raw. I held her like a baby and I was like, nobody else can be around me right now. I need to thank her for all the years that she gave me. And I just kept asking her, send more to me. And understand that's the other thing, that when you have to put the dog down, or maybe they go on their own, that's the gift that they could give us. So we don't have to make that decision. But at that point, people say, I can't get another one. I feel like I'm replacing them. No, you're not. We're going to discuss all that tomorrow. So we've got a live show tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. If you've never been, it's another organization and business I ask that you support. If you need someone to groom your dogs, if you're going away on vacation, you need some boarding that you want to have, maybe just like doggy daycare, or you're looking for adopting, please remember those that support us. Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa. Tomorrow, we will be there at 7 a.m. However, one of the things I think a lot of you might not know that we brought back, because we used to do it last year, and there was about a month or a month and a half where we weren't doing it because we were transferring sponsors, is this. On the bottom of your screen, you see Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. Well, what is that? That is fun. All right, we've been having some fun today, but it is kicked back, having some drinks together, doing a little happy hour. You can have a mocktail, right? You do you. And at a lot of events, I'm really asking that more people do mocktails for all that want to give their body a break, or for those that have decided they're not drinking any longer. Maybe they've never drank. Mocktails and cocktails at 4 o'clock this afternoon, if you're able. Don't do it at work because I don't want the bosses mad at me. Grab a glass, and today join Michelle and I. Michelle and I are going to get outside because it's beautiful. Throw a nice little jacket on. Get a Real Monica Adams jacket because the jackets are available to you on my website, TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Just click on shop and you got all the Know Your Value stuff. I would love for you to start repping the show. It says Know Your Value and it's got the Real Monica Adams logo on it, as you see right here. Or the guys have MA Sport. Ladies, you can wear the MA Sport as well. I got to stop saying guys. I in my head thought it was like guys jackets, girls jackets, but let's just say we have jackets that say the Real Monica Adams and Know Your Value, and we've got jackets that say MA Sport. We've got shirts, long sleeve, we've got short sleeve, V-neck, we've got journals, and we've got coffee mugs, and we'll just keep building the merchandise. Rep the show proudly. Make sure that people stop and say, oh, I love what that says. We all need to know our value. Yes. And then say yes. And that's an opening line for you to talk to a new person, show kindness to that person, and tell them about this show. Spread it along, and please do just this. Share and like and follow our live stream. So yes, tomorrow morning, live, Pawsitive Talk Time. Friday, by the way, is Friendship Friday, and we get Dot Fleshman back with us. Dot Fleshman Realty. Can't wait to have her on. We're talking about many people believing this is a really hard housing market that we're coming into here in 2024. Well, she's the expert. We're going to talk to her, and we're also going to talk about some things that are going on in the world and how we can be kinder human beings. So tune in for that on Friday. Monday, as I just broke the news to you, Dr. Sean Neary takes the place of Dr. Charles Willey. We wish him the best and thank him for the 6 months he's provided to this show. But now we're going to do a little Mid-America Spine and Rehab with Dr. Sean Neary. He will be on at 7 o'clock. And then Dr. Sarah Franco, our title sponsor with Invita Health and Wellness, will be on at 7:30. And then we're still working on some shows that we have on tap for you next week. I want to thank all of you that have emailed me and said, hey, what do you think about having this particular guest on? I've got a lot of emails recently. Yeah. Or what I'd like for you to do is bring sponsors to us, people that align with our mission, people that might want to have us at their business. We call it Mobile Monicas, and that's what we're doing on Thursdays. So some Thursdays are booked, every other Thursday, obviously, with Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa. And then we sprinkle some new ones in. March 14th, cannot wait for the Vault Luxury Resale. We did some testing just a couple of days ago. We are going to do it live. It was recorded last time, but live with a handful of models. And what we're going to do this time is show you an outfit that you can take from day to evening, right? So think about being at work and wearing whatever you're wearing, and then all of a sudden getting an invite from your friends or a coworker. Hey, want to grab drinks? Hey, you want to go out for dinner? And you're like, oh, I don't have a well, I do have this, or bring it with you, wrap a nice little scarf around, have a jacket that you can hang on with it, put a different set of jewelry with it, touch up your makeup a little bit, make it maybe a little bit more wow, grab a different handbag, and you go quickly from day to evening. Well, the stylist at the Vault Luxury Resale are going to show you how to take that morning outfit and take it to the evening with a quick transition. And we're going to do it with some very real, I'm not talking about professional models, real people. And one woman in particular, I'm hoping it's going to work for her. Stephanie reached out to me and said she wanted to be a part of this. And so she might be one of our models, some of my clients, and we're still adding to that. In fact, if you want to be a part of it, I think I might have room for one more model. And again, all you have to do is email me, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Lisa, will you show all the dogs who need a forever home? Well, you can go and follow Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa, and they show a lot of the dogs on their social page. I can ask tomorrow, Jessica, how many they have, because again, I'm hoping that the number is going down of how many they need adopted. But when you go to need a new dog or want a new dog in your family, please remember them. Do not shop, adopt. Do not shop, adopt. There are so many rescues that need your help. Oh boy, great show today and Yuppie Puppy tomorrow. Love those fur babies, says Diane. Let's see, did I miss anybody yet? Michelle's doing her incredible work. Okay, my dog has Cushing's. I'm spoiling him and making his last year in life the best he could have, right? Those are our babies. We've got to. Sarah said one of my favorite segments. I'm so glad. Let's see. Hi, Kyle. Lisa, yes, exciting vault modeling clothing outfits. Lisa, I chose. So Lisa and Janice will be a part of it for us. I'm hoping Stephanie as well, and Becky. And the cool thing about Becky is pregnant. In fact, she's due in about 5 weeks. And one of the things I wanted to show at the vault was, no, they don't have maternity specific clothes. And there's a reason for that. There are a lot of ladies that no longer want to purchase maternity clothes because guess what? They never wear them again. That's a lot of wasted money. Since a lot of people are wearing more flowy outfits, they're going to show you what you can wear right now that helps the mother to be, and then still being able to wear those clothes, maybe putting a belt around it or whatever, to not waste their money. So that's such a great idea. Okay, Kyle, my birthday is next Friday the 15th. Kyle, well, happy birthday early to you. Lisa said she's excited. Jocelyn, good morning. I'm excited for the Vault show. Lisa says, my hubby says we have a dog hospice. You think? Well, you'll have to find out tomorrow. Ask questions to Jessica tomorrow when it is time. It's going to be a really powerful hour of the questions that you have to go through in your heart and your soul as to when it's time. Renee just wished Kyle a happy birthday. I love this community. This community is just always there for everyone. So yes, okay, so let's recap again. 4:00 this afternoon. Join us again. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have a little charcuterie and we'll have some wine from Defiance Ridge Vineyard. So that's the other thing. I know a lot of you are starting to put wineries on your calendar and you start thinking about going into Defiance. Do you go into Augusta? Well, I want you to go right there. Go down 94. It's literally the first one you come up to. Defiance Ridge Vineyards. Go in, tell Chuck and the staff, I'm supporting you because thank you for supporting. When you go up to the tasting bar to do your tasting, to figure out what wine you like, I want you to go in and tell them, hey, ask for Murph, the winemaker, ask for Chuck, see if he's there so you can introduce yourself in person. If not, just tell the staff. Thank you so much for being a part of Monica's show. He's educating. He's educational, I should say. He's having fun with us. He is such a sweetheart. He is spending time with his wife, Michelle, right now for her birthday. Took her off on a skiing trip. So it's the only reason why he's not with us this afternoon, but he'll be back with us next Wednesday. So Michelle and I, oh shucks, twist our arm. We're going to have a glass of wine from Defiance Ridge with a little charcuterie, and we're going to share some friendship together. Tomorrow morning, Pawsitive Talk Time. Friday morning, it is our Friendship Friday with Dot Fleshman. I hope she's ready to go because I'm ready for her. I want to see Monica do a hat show, an entire hat show, Kyle. That would be with Diane, Hats by Diane. How about we have her back on the, just one glass? No, Michelle, I'm sure it'll be the whole bottle. Julie, I was there on Sunday. You were at Defiance Ridge. Thank you for supporting them. Thank you so much. Hi, ma'am. I'm watching from Manila. Oh gosh, see, I'm telling you, countries away. We just will always have older dogs. Thank you for that. Hats by Diane. You and I need to talk because we need to do a hat show. And I know you love the vault. Diane, would you like to be one of our models, by the way? Would you like to do that? Are you available next Thursday? We can make you one of them. I would like that. And she can tell us how we put our hats with it. Reach out to me, Diane, if you'd like to be a part of that, because I've got right now Janice and Lisa and Becky, and I'm hoping Stephanie, I don't know how to pronounce Stephanie's last name, Stazuk, possibly. Stephanie reached out and said she'd love to be a part of it, but you've got to be available in the 7 a.m. hour next Thursday. And I'm going to use maybe 6 models. So I've got to close that up. My idea was to close it up today. Okay, never mind. We got Diane. Diane said she's going to be a part of it. I'd like to show several generations from 20-year-olds 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, because the vault has something for everyone. Lisa said, I love hats by Diane. Well, there you go. You're going to meet her in person. So we've got Diane added to the list. All right, fantastic. It's going to be a fun show. That's next Thursday. The following Thursday, we'll be back at Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa. Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. And then the last Thursday, which is March 28th, we are going to be at Bike Stop Cafe. Put it on your calendar. Please, I'd love to meet you all in person. All of you that are coming on supporting us, come in person March 28th to Bike Stop Cafe, which is in St. Charles. If you go down Main Street, it's just off Main Street. It is the cutest place right there for a lot of bikers and runners and walkers. A lot of people that are in the athletic community, they know about them already because they love her, Jody. She's got great food. She's got great coffees and teas. She even has some wine if you want to get off the Katy Trail and bring your bike over and stop and be done with your day and then have some wine. Wonderful place. And I'm so glad we were able to reschedule that show. And then let's see. Yes. So Michelle said she suggested Diane yesterday to model. There we go. I love her. And coming up in April, we've got, so I hear that tickets stalled a little bit. Can we get those ticket sales going again? Because we want to thank Rickman Auditorium and all the people that are bringing Ruby Lee. Not only is she coming to Defiance Ridge, but first she's coming to Rickman Auditorium. So April 20th, Ruby Lee will be in Arnold. So all of us out in South County, or you're in Jefferson County, or you're in Illinois, maybe Columbia, Waterloo, and you don't want to drive all the way into Defiance, you've got your first opportunity. April 20th. Yes, you know Ruby, you love her. I'm asking her to come back on the show. Wouldn't you love her to be back? Because she was one of our favorites from 2023. She's one of our biggest, by the way, on our audio podcast platform. She's phenomenal. So Ruby Lee, she was the runner-up on The Voice. That really gives her a lot of opportunities. I'm following her on social media, and she's in Nashville right now talking to a bunch of industry experts in management, crossing our fingers that she gets an incredible management collaboration going. We'll see what happens. But April 20th, buy your tickets now. Eventbrite, Michelle just dropped the information for you to purchase. I'm going to be there on stage right before Ruby, bringing Ruby on. And then if you can't come to that one, I'd like for you to maybe go to both. But if you can't go to the South County Arnold one, then you can go to Defiance Ridge Vineyards. That will be on 4th of July. Let's spend the holiday together. Let's have some fireworks together. Those of you that watch regularly know that I throw that up there. July 4th, she'll be taking the stage at 7:30 to 9 o'clock, and then dual fireworks. It's going to be so incredible. They've got a band right before her. 4 o'clock, the doors will open. It's going to be a wonderful time. So let's have some fun together. So again, April 20th and the 4th of July, some big things coming up. Also, Mother's Day. Why don't we spend that together? The Farmers and Artisans Market. I am going to be with my mommy. I would love for you to come and bring your mommy. Let's have a great time together. It's going to be from 10 to 12. And so artisans, crafts, music, food. So I said, maybe go to church and then come see us, or maybe come see us and then go off to church and maybe take mom to brunch. But that's coming up on actual Mother's Day. So some really cool things are coming up for you in the next several weeks and several months. But these are things that we can do with you. So as I said, mobile Monica shows. You want us to come to your business? Reach out to us. You want us to start a brand new segment and you want to be a regular sponsor of the show? Please pass this along to everybody. I mean, really, that's all it is. How did Dr. Sean ever become a part of the show for us to kick off on Monday? It was simply having a conversation. I didn't know him from day one, right? From except for a smile and a handshake, and we just started it from there. So that's the cool thing. I think a lot of times people overthink who they think would be a great sponsor. And before we wrap up, I want to tell you this. I would like to give back to all of you that bring somebody to us. So here's my email address I'm going to put up on the screen. I would like to give you $100 in Monica money, Monica merchandise money. So if you have someone who comes on in a mobile Monica segment, that's a business kind of spotlight thing. It could be a live show from their business, their event, their carnival, their festival, or it could be that we do a business spotlight where they come in studio with us live, or we could do a recorded business spotlight on them, or they become a regular part of our show. A special thanks to, again, all of our sponsors. Maybe they become a sponsor. If that happens and you're the one that introduces me, I'm going to give you $100 in Monica money. And that allows you to buy jackets, shirts, journals, mugs, for yourself, or maybe you buy them as gifts, whatever it may be. That's our way of saying thanks. All these cool things have happened because of a dream, because of a mission, because we believed, because we decided to take the leap and start this show. I am so thrilled with the numbers we've had today. Do me a favor and continue to show up day after day. If you can. If you can't be on live with us, then watch the show at a break. Get out, go sit by a tree. That's the whole forest bathing thing that was so super cool. Sit by a tree, or not even by a tree, sit on a bench and just immerse yourself in the positivity that does exist in this world. Immerse yourself in the beautiful sunlight that's providing you happiness. It's very hard to not have a smile on your face when we look out our window and we see what we have today. All right, everybody, wonderful mission today. We're going to have our closing moment of inspiration when I return. Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment, or online envitahealthandwellness.com. Honestly, I feel like I just want to stay on for like another half hour, an hour. There's so many of you that are on right now. Is there anything weighing? I mean, I don't have to wrap up just yet, but is there anything weighing on your heart and soul right now that's keeping you on, that you're wanting more from me? Do you want more of that workout, by the way? I'm going to kind of recap before we wrap up. So if you did just tune in maybe within the last 10, 15, even 30 minutes, I gave the beginning of a program I did this morning. So we did basic curls 15 times, but I mentioned go all the way through the movement, squeeze at the top of the contraction, turn it after 15 reps. Don't start here, but start here. I think that's why they were burning more. I know that's why they were burning more, is they weren't getting this extra rest, right? So from here to here is a resting pattern. So we went from the squeeze of the curl, we turned and started there. You're already, just everybody at home right now, do me a favor. Oh, Kelly says yes, more workout. All right, I'll hang on for a little bit more. Do this for me. Just hold your arms up and tell me if you don't feel a little bit of a burn just by the hold of it. So just here, if I had you do that longer and longer, you'd be like, okay, I got to put my arms down. Right. It's being in the proper position. The other aspect is to pull it back in place. So if you do that little, if you're starting to roll forward, which a lot of us do, why? Because everything's this, right? On your phones, on the computers, reading a book forward, driving forward, everything's taking you forward in life. We want to go forward with regards to our goals, but I want to pull you back with regards to how your form is. So pull those back, use those rear delt muscles. So we did 15 of these and 15 of these, 3 sets. You could also do 4 if you wanted to. Then Kelly and everybody else, we turned and we did either with dumbbells or with TRX bands or with regular bands. We did hammer curls, and then we went into our why. Why? Because we want to work the rear delt. So we did hammer curls 12 to 15 times, or again, lighter weights. You could go higher in reps, lower weights, heavier weights, go lower in reps. It all depends on what your goals are. This is where you would really have to reach out to me and say, Monica, can you take me on as a client privately, semi-privately, a half private, in a class format? Lisa, who I met this past weekend at the retreat, decided, hey, I'm on board. She didn't wait until literally hours after I met her at the retreat to say, I know it's literally we just met, but I want to get on this. She has about 11 weeks until she turns 60. And she said, let's go. And I'm like, let's go. Let's do this together. So she was ready. I mean, really, really ready. That I sent a text and said, I'm having class in 2 hours. You want to join? And she took it, right? Let's go. She took the reins and said, let's take off. So I have a boxing class. I have a class that is constantly changing. It could be high intensity interval training. It could be Pilates. It could be yoga. It could be strength training, functional training, resistance training, body weight training, weights, bands, kettlebells. It's always changing so that the body is changing and getting stronger and you feel more confident about yourself. I was waiting to see what all the love words were that you gave yourself today. Did you look in the mirror and give yourself some love? If not, please do so. So the second part of the programming was, again, hammer curls. Again, the reps all depend on what your goals are, and then into our whys. And then I went into shoulders, flushing out and burning out the shoulders. We did front raises. Don't go beyond this straight side in line with your shoulder. So you can do them when you're seated or you can do them standing. If you're standing, it's down here, raising them straight up to your front shoulder level. We did 10 of those. And now here's the important thing to learn. One of the girls does have a shoulder injury when it comes to going out to the side. So she asked if we could single them up. So I taught them, if you have two weights and you're trying to bring them up together, just think of the physic aspect of it. Yes, you are having 8 pounds in your hand or 5 pounds in your hand, but because you're moving them through together, it feels like you're pulling 10 pounds up or 16 pounds up or 20 pounds up. When you suddenly single them up and you're only doing one side and splitting it, it becomes easier. So before you ever have to change and go lower in weight, try the singling aspect of it. It will help. So we did 10 of these. Let me get back here. Let me get this done. Isn't this pretty, by the way? I put this little, I've had this for a long time, but I never had it on set. I'm going to get the table out of the way so I can move back and show you form here. So if you're seated, you can have them by your side, do your front raises 10 times, and then come out to the side. Please do me a favor and put a little soft bend in the elbow just to protect your joint. Come out to the side and do your 10. Go all the way back down by your side. So we did 10 here, 10 here, and then I gave them a 30-second break, and I asked them to stretch those shoulders out, right? Because at this point, they were really burning after we did our regular presses and we did our Ys. So we're working the biggest part of the shoulder. We worked the rear delt and the Ys. We worked the front head of the delt in the forward raises, and we worked the side, the cutting, the sculpting, the beautiful sculpting between the bicep and the shoulder that comes together. When you say, wow, look at that person's arms, that's where it all comes from. You got to work all the angles of the shoulders. So we did that, and then we went down and did what I call more of a squatting curl. Or you could lean, if you can't get down and do a squat, and some people can't, I told them, lean over your couch, lean over a bench, lean over something where you're like this and your back is straight. So don't have it hunched like this. Back was straight. I had them lean up over the top of it. This is going to be like resting on your sofa maybe, or something that allows you to rest here. And then you're going to come in and you're going to do your curls, maybe to bring them towards your eyebrows, towards your head. Do more of what's called like a preacher curl. But if you want a little leg work, let me do this, bring you down. So you'd have the dumbbells, you squat, put them on your knees and curl upwards. So now I'm down into a squat version. That can be done if you want a little core and legs and biceps together. So 3 sets of those. Look at all the stuff that we've done. And then I burned out their triceps at the end. So once that was all done, the biceps, the shoulders were all done. 3 sets, 3 sets, 3 sets. Again, you figure out your weight, you figure out your reps. Can't stress enough. One more time, check with your doctor. Make sure that you're ready to do this. We then did our triceps. They sat, I stood. The reason why I said you can sit is if you have a tendency to start swinging or arching in the back, you want to protect the back, you can do a seated version of this, but please don't hunch over. Open up the core, draw the navel in. We went up over the top of us like this, and then one went straight up. From here, straight up. Again, I like to stand. So let me open this up a little bit. So let's act like I'm standing. From here, I would be standing and straight up, and there would be no rocking in the body at all. So you've got this pretty 90-degree angle happening. We did those, both sides, 12 to 15, whatever reps you want to do. And then we did the final. We did a little flush out and complete burn in kickbacks. So we took 2 dumbbells together, got into a 90-degree motion, and came back into a kickback. You can see the muscles of the tricep will be working in that. We did kickbacks first. regular kickbacks. Then I had them turn their hands. So normal kickbacks are here, but you don't want to be down here. See what happens here? And you're just kind of going like this. If you feel like my arms are not getting any better, it's because you need to kick them up high, get them in that 90-degree angle, and come back. We did those, and then I said turn. We did some this way, and then we did full rotations. So what I did was take the final 60 seconds of class. We did 10 this way, 10 this way, and then full rotations, 10, completely burning out the triceps. So what happened at the end of class? They felt that amazing pump all throughout the arms. Great arm workout. I did also include, when we were doing these, I also included some abs. So if you want a little added bonus, we did our 15 of these, 15 of these, and then set them down, did a little stretch, and then I had them on a chair or a bench, whatever they wanted to get on. And we did 25 ins and outs, 25 bicycles, and then 25 reverse bicycles in each set. So again, 15, 15, first grouping, 25 ins and outs. And then we went back to 15, 15, 25 bicycles, 15, 15, 25 reverse bicycles. So there you go. There's a programming aspect of a wonderful arm workout and ab workout, a little ab bonus that you can do later, or maybe like Linda, maybe some of you did it while I was talking. So we broke it up a little bit today. You got a lot in today's show, I hope. I thought, let's give them some inspiration. Let's give them a little workout. I asked last night, does anybody want to work out? And I was waiting for people to say, yes, we wanted to do it. You're welcome, Kelly. Love these, different from what I normally do. I love it. These exercises are better than the therapy I had yesterday for my left shoulder at 7:30, which means I missed a live show. Well, maybe I need to be your therapist. Yes, more workout. I love it. All right, everybody. So there you go. I hope you got a lot out of today's show. And I hope you heard the breaking news that we had earlier. Again, I feel like I want to stay on for you all, but I do need to get some work done for the show. I've got a brand new life coaching client starting with me that I met at the retreat. I cannot wait to start changing her life. That's coming up at 10:30 this morning. I have a life coaching client that I've been working with for the last 6 months at 12:30. And then I'm going to meet you back here at 4:00 doing them, and they felt great. Great, Renee. I love it. So if you ever have any questions for me, make sure that you drop those in to the show. I want you to be as interactive as you possibly can. I want you to speak your truth. I want you to get everything out. Michelle was reminding me that I haven't told you about Secret in a while. So myself and my husband, we have been secret agents. It's secret with an A, like the Mediterranean Sea. SEACRET. These are the products that I take. So people would always ask me, like, what do you use in your shakes? There's secret products. The greens are the best I've ever seen. It's what's in them. It's the natural products that's in them. So you get a lot of protein shakes, you get a lot of protein powders, you get a lot of greens that are out there, you get a lot of supplements that are out there, and it's the ingredients that are in them that I am not happy about. When I found Secrets, I was really proud of what I saw, not only in their nutritional line, but in their skincare line. So there's a lot of things that I was really thrilled about before I decided, yeah, I'll come on board. Now, I don't want to, I've got so many great things that I want to do in the world that I am not regularly pushing, like, hey, you want to be a part of this? Because some people are like, oh, is it a multi-level marketing thing? No, not at all. It's just another part of our business. So it's on my page, and Michelle just dropped it. It's on my TheRealMonicaAdams.com page. And because I have a lot of people that ask me on a regular basis, what do I take? How does the skin glow? How do you glow from within? What's what we're putting in our bodies, right? First and foremost. So yes, Secret, they have stuff for the outer part of the body. They have stuff for inside from a nutritional standpoint. They also have a Club Secret component, which is kind of cool. And I realized that I had bought one of their getaways and I need to book that. So Jim's like, let's book that. So yeah, it's really cool. It's actually called Club Secret, and there's so much to it. So thank you for Michelle was reminding me that I hadn't told you about that for a while. A lot of things that we have for you as part of the show, but I want you to let me know. Think about it. And if you didn't do it today, reach out to me privately and just say, Monica, can you cover this topic? Monica, could you have this guest on? Things that are weighing heavily on your mind. Let's do them together. Let's hold hands together and let's change lives together. So I'm going to leave you with this. When you continuously spread positive vibes, as we are doing together, karma is naturally rigged in your favor. Life loves authenticity and consistency. That is a statement that just rang so loud and proud with me. And that's from Kristen Butler. Kristen is behind one of the books that I absolutely love. It's called the 3-Minute Positivity Journal. And you can follow their website, The Power of Positivity. She's the founder of The Power of Positivity, boosting your mind, training your mind, changing your life. And I leave you with this. Sometimes all you can do is keep your head up, stay strong, let go, and move on. Let go and let be is what I'm going to say. Thank you all so much for being a part of what is now our largest, most watched live show. And we'll see how many of you spread this with your family and friends and share it. I want to see a bunch of shares from today's show because we did some breaking news. We gave you some positivity. I asked you to give yourself some self-love. So if you didn't do it yet, now as we're wrapping up the show, go walking by whatever mirror you have. First, as you get up from your chair or wherever you are, go by a mirror and give yourself some love. Say something positive to start changing the course of your day. Because if you woke up really in an ugly mindset, you were just toxic from the night before, or something that was brought to you from the evening before, or with your family and friends, you've got the chance to change it right now. Change the course of the future. Change the course of the now. That's what you have the opportunity to do. And all it starts with is kindness to yourself. And then watch what happens. And everybody you meet throughout the day, give them a hug. If it's someone you know, ask for a hug. If it feels like somebody's letting you in, like don't automatically do it, because some people have a little boundaries and barriers they set up and they don't want it just yet. But you can carve your way in and find your way to that. That's what I ask you to do at the end of every show. And that's what I'm going to ask you to do right now. Reach out to someone you probably haven't talked to in a while. See someone on your walk today. Meet somebody at the grocery store, at the gas station. Get out of your comfort zone. Talk to someone that maybe you genuinely wouldn't have in the past. Be your authentic self and show them kindness. God bless you all. Have a beautiful day.